I'm back, man. You know, another video. There's something different. I'm not really doing a reaction video today. I'm doing it this week in the NBA. Like, basically just going over what's going on this week in the league. You know, type of different stuff that's happening. Just covering what's happening, what I think is important. I'm gonna do risers and fallers, little MVP ladders stuff, and just something that I think that people should really think about. I think the risers and fallers, I'm gonna do East and West. The risers, the Lakers, Warriors, and Clippers. Well, Lakers, obviously, they're the AC now. You know what I'm saying? I think they're on a 3-game win streak, and they've just been playing really good, man. AD's been dominant, really dominant. That's what I like to see out of him. Austin Reeves, D'Lo, players like that, they just been stepping up in Bron's absence, which is beneficial for them because, you know, when they start playing like this without their best player, think about when the best player actually comes. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, so that's why I think the Lakers are one of the risers. The Warriors, I think they're the 7th seed now, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're the 6th seed. They're the 6th seed. And they've been playing really good since, like, Curry came back a little bit. Not necessarily when he came back, but on this, like, last week stretch, they've been winning games, important games, big games, and they're just climbing up in the rankings. So Jordan Poole had a big game last game, and Draymond's been really good, like, defensively and setting up his teammates. And Steph hasn't even been playing like his necessarily best brand of basketball. I mean, he had like 50 a couple weeks ago, but, you know, this week he just been playing decent. You know what I'm saying? 20 points, 25 points, a bunch of rebounds, assists, like an actual point guard. But yeah, that's what I think. The Clippers, they've been winning too. They've been really good. Paul George is out, but Kawhi had a couple good games this last week, and I feel like they're clicking well. Russ has looked decent. He's looked pretty good. Bones Highland had a good game too. So yeah, those three teams are rising right now, and I think people have to watch out for them. The fallers, I'll go Clippers, Mavs, and Suns. I mean, not Clippers, Pelicans, Pelicans, Mavs, and Suns. The Pelicans are awful, man. Like, bro, I remember they were the number 1 seed at some point during the season. They're like if I'm not mistaken, they're like the 12 seed, bro. 12, 13 seed around there. That's terrible, man. Like, they had the Lakers pick, and the Lakers passed them in the standing. That's crazy. I remember when everybody was like, oh yeah, the Lakers are so bad, the Pelicans are going to get Wembanyama. Like, no, man. They're not getting him. They might get him because they're bad, but not because of the Lakers. Zion's been out. They're talking about he's going to get reevaluated in the last week of the season. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, they might as well just sit him out for the rest of the year. What's the point of bringing him back now? Brandon Ingram is okay, but it's pretty obvious he can't be the best player on a team that's like has championship aspirations. And they just have a bunch of really good players. Like, they don't have nobody that stands out for real. And I don't think Zion could be your best player either because he's just injury prone. So I don't know. They have a lot to figure out. They might have to trade somebody to get an actual star, you know. But yeah, the Mavs, man, the Mavs are terrible, man. Sheesh. They traded for Kyrie. They traded other pieces for Kyrie. And then it looks like Kyrie's out of there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He don't look like he's having fun. Same with Luka. And then their coach, Jason Kidd, he just watching, bro. He don't like he actually wants to coach them. It's pretty bad, man. Like, what's going on over there? They just lost to the Hornets the other day, man. Like, the Hornets are trying to get Wembanyama, bro. And they lost to them. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Mavs had a pretty big lead in that game too, and they just blew that. That's embarrassing, man. They have to be better. For a team that has championship aspirations with Luka and Kyrie, that's unacceptable. They're not even in the plan anymore. That's awful, man. And the Suns been losing too. Like, without Kevin Durant, they'll win some games, but like it's just like D-Book getting 30, bro, and just losing. They lost to the Lakers, then they lost again to the Kings. I believe they lost to the Kings the other day. But yeah, like, I don't know, bro. Everybody's like, they just need to get Kevin Durant back, which is a big deal. Kevin Durant is a big deal, but it's like, I don't know, like, is it just Kevin Durant? Like, Aiden's gonna help, obviously, but he's not a game changer to the point where it's like, oh my God, DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, Kevin Durant helps scoring wise. He's a good defender, but he's not a clamp god, man. You know, he's really there for scoring. And they're gonna look better offensively, but Chris Paul is pretty much washed. You can clearly see it. They miss McCall and and Cam Johnson. Torrey Craig and Okogie are good players, but I don't believe if those are your two wings, like two starting wings that you're gonna put on a Kawhi Leonard and a LeBron James in the playoffs, I don't believe that's how you're gonna win. Like you're just not gonna win like that. So yeah, that's how I feel about the risers and the fallers in the West. In the East, my risers are the Sixers, Celtics, and Hawks. Sixers have been playing amazing, and Embiid's been looking so crazy. He's on a stretch right now, just getting 30 and 40 and 40. He had 46 against the Warriors the other day. They lost, but man, he's crazy right now, bro. And they just been winning a lot. They're the 3 seed, if I'm not mistaken, that's really good for when they started. Like, yeah, they're the 3 seed. I don't think they're gonna overtake Celtics or the Bucks, but the 3 seed is good. Like, that's a really good seed for them. And their best player has been dominant. He's been amazing this season. I just got to get him props because of how they've been playing. I just got to see them do it in the playoffs. That's really about it. But they have been one of the risers. Celtics, I was going to put them in the fallers, like the team that's falling, but they're not really falling this week. They have been rising. They've been on a little good win streak, which is good because they were on a bad losing streak before, like earlier in the month. And I just wanted to give them the props because they have been playing better as a team, which is good. The playoffs are almost around here, so you don't want to be really bad and losing. Playoffs is like, next week? 2 weeks, bro. So, yeah, the Celtics are one of the risers. And then the last is the Hawks. They're in the play-in, and they've been playing really good. Trae Young's been looking really good. I believe he's averaging like 27 points now. Trae's a great player, man. It's just defensively, it's not there. And the team around him isn't really that well. Like, it's just not that good. Just try surrounding him with more like 3 and D guys and shooters, like almost how they did with Allen Iverson back in the day. Because small guards, they don't really play defense, so they need people to help them on defense and shooters to kick out to in today's day and age. And then my fallers are the Bulls, Nets, and Pacers. Nets, I mean, obviously when you lose Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, you're gonna fall. Like it's the way it is. They're in the play-in now. I believe that's where they're gonna stay. I don't see them really rising because the East isn't like how the West is, where like one game is just changing everything. I don't really see that. So I believe they're just gonna stay the same. I was questioning whether or not putting them in the fallers category because they're not really trying to win necessarily. They're just playing basketball. If they win, they win. But they are falling. They were higher seed before, so I put them there. The Bulls, they're not. They're just, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the Bulls are, bro. They're a playing team, but at the same time, it's like they're just mediocre. I believe they have to break it up after this year. Maybe trade DeMar, maybe trade Zach. If I was them, I'd just blow it all up and tank. Because there's no point of just, we're just gonna be a middle of the pack team, get a middle of the pack draft pick, and maybe get to the second round and lose. Like, the fans are gonna get tired of that. Eventually, you have to, tank and really build a team, get a star player, and I believe that's what they got to do. And then lastly, the Pacers. I put the Pacers on here because I thought they were trying to get a playing spot, but they're not even a plan anymore. I think they're probably just tanking now. They realize they're not gonna make it. They have a lot of good young players like Benedict Mathurin, what's his name, Tyrese Halliburton. They have some good players, man. I think they should trade Buddy Hield and Miles Turner this offseason. Like, they've been in trade talks for a while now. I think it's time to get that up, man, and really build a core around some young guys. Next, we go to the MVP ladder. I got Giannis number 1, Embiid number 2, and Jokic number 3. Really, I would just want to do Embiid and Giannis because, I don't think Jokic winning that shit, bro. Keep 100 with you. I have Giannis because he's averaging 30 points per game, 11 rebounds, and he's the number 1 seed in the league. Not just the East, the league. I get Embiid, what he's doing, but Embiid isn't averaging a crazy amount of points more than Giannis. You know what I'm saying? And record matters. You know what I'm saying? I have the best record in the league. But I get it. They want to give Embiid the MVP because he's never won one and all that. But man, they just change the criteria every year. I'm not even trying to hate on Embiid. It's just the criteria has always been best player, best team. Now they want to change it up every other year, so it's kind of corny to me. But I wouldn't be mad at Embiid winning it. It's just I hate how they changed the criteria, and it affects other players who are deserving of the award, but they don't get it. Like Embiid should have won it last year, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Jokic, his ass not winning that shit, man. Get that shit up, bro. We cool on that. Yeah, pass that to somebody else, man. Pass the ball to somebody else on, bro. Get that to Giannis or Embiid. Tatum, he not in there no more. So yeah. And finally, I was watching the Lakers versus Thunder game yesterday, and oh my god! And I was watching the Suns game too versus Kings. Every time somebody gets bumped, it's a foul. Like, what happened to like allowing players to play defense? Like, it just feels like defense is pretty non-existent. You gotta literally just let a dude go to the rim and just put your hands up. If he makes it, he makes it. You can't even like really try to get in his airspace, bro. Everything is just made for the offensive player to dominate. That's kind of lame to me, bro. You gotta let defensive players play, bro. You know, defense matters. Every game just can't be 125 to 140 or something, bro. Like, that's corny, man. That's lame. You just feel like you watching 2K at that point. And like, I feel like it's just too many. Like, it's too many players averaging 30 right now, bro. Let me check. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. NBA scoring leaders. I think this is the most players averaging 30 ever. It has to be. It's no way it's not. Yeah, Embiid's averaging 34. Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players averaging 30 points or better. And then this player's averaging like 29, 27. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro. And then LeBron and KD averaging like 32, but they're not on here because they ain't playing enough games. But like, these dudes aren't that good, man. I get it. They're good players, but bro, if players could play defense, they wouldn't just be scoring this many points, man. Same like that, like the free throws, players can just run to the rim or just bump you a little bit. They know the ref gonna call a foul, man. So it's kind of just pointless, man. It's just like, come on, man. We gotta allow other players to play defense because defense is a lost art, man. Now when a dude gets, when a dude is a good team defender, they be like, oh yeah, he's a good defender. Like, bro, no, bro, he's not a good defender. But that's just how I feel about it, because the game is staring too much. Like, you see it, like, okay, a player shoots threes, or he just goes to the rim, or he shoots free throws. Like, I looked at a Jason Tatum shot chart the other day from I forgot what game it was, but literally, bro, if you look at the shot chart, everything was just at the 3-point line or the rim. Nothing in the middle, nothing, bro. It was crazy. 3-point line or the rim. Like, oh my god, shoot a midi, do something else. Like, it's crazy right now, man. I feel like analytics also is the reason too. Like, I'm not even blaming the players because they know, like, man, I could just go to the rim and they're gonna call a foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna call a foul. So what's the point of me even trying to do all this, all this moves and stuff? You see Shea, like, he don't even do crazy moves, man. He just get to a spot, shoot a midi, or just go to the rim because they calling a foul. And he's a good free throw shooter, so he said, yeah, I'm just gonna make these free throws. But yeah, I just feel like I had to shed some light on that, because you start watching the games and it just becomes like, man, these dudes are, you think like, yeah, these dudes are really good, like, but nah, man, I don't think all these dudes are that good, if you ask me. Like, Paolo's a nice player, but he's averaging 20 right now in the league, bro. Man, if they could play defense, bro, he would not be averaging 20 points per game. But yeah, that's just how I feel, man. This is my this week's in the NBA. I'll be doing this every week, probably every weekend at the end of the week. Tell me how y'all feel about it. Tell me how you feel like the NBA is going right now. Like the video, subscribe. Please subscribe, bro. Y'all be watching them. I be seeing y'all, bro. Nobody subscribe. Y'all don't fuck me, bro. What's going on? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Keep watching my videos, man. Doing y'all thing. I'm out.